neighbors, how you doing? It's Miss C, and I know you want a place to be, where that is right here on Miss C's Corner, baby. I am at the beach, so let me show you. So neighbor, I wanted to show y'all where I was at because I wanted to come here and to do a quick video with y'all. This is my first vlog. I'm learning all kinds of new stuff, ain't I, y'all? I'm learning how to vlog, and I wanted to come today because Galveston is one of my most favorite places to be, because this is where I can get a peace of mind at. And when I'm going through things or just feeling some type of way, I run to the beach and I just sit down and I just enjoy nature. I look at the water, I pray, I talk to God. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I was on Tubi. It's an app that's on smart TVs. I'm pretty sure you have heard of Tubi. If you didn't heard of Netflix and Hulu and Peacock and Crackle and all them other apps, the movie apps. Tubi is a free movie app, and I was on there and I was watching a movie. It was called A State of Mind. And if you have the opportunity or a little hour, something, I would appreciate it if you go watch that movie, because it is about mental health. And I feel as though this is a topic that we do not talk about enough. And because God has blessed me with a platform, I felt the responsibility to talk about mental health, because I have suffered with depression before in my past. And I know that some of you have suffered with depression or anxiety or something, especially since this pandemic hopefully is coming to an end, is wrapping up soon, hopefully. But how it affected so many people and so many families, and how we were so worried, we were so stressed about so many different areas of our life, because it just didn't attack one thing, it attacked our whole lives, our employment, the way we live, the way we traveled, the way we do things, how we interacted with people, not just our family, but co-workers, friends, associates, confidants. We have had to use social media to be able to spend time with family, and that is not a norm for everybody. A few people was doing it before, but a lot more of us are doing it now. And I just wanted to talk about depression, or just mental health in a whole, because it's so many different types of mental issues. But I just know about anxiety and I know about depression, because those are the only two I think I really have dealt with. Now, when you are in a state of depression, or the symptoms I had was my depression either came on by fear or it came on by sadness. I dealt with a lot of sadness recently, and a couple of years ago, after losing the most important people the most important people of my life. Okay, so when I lost them, it took a toll mentally, physically, spiritually on me. And different people handle grief grief different ways. For all three of my family members, I handled the grief different with all three. But the first one, my mother passing, was the hardest for me. Being a daughter, it was the hardest for me, and I was in a dark place for a very, very long time, because the missing them, the wanting to see them, talk to them again, hold them, kiss them, smell them, be with them, be around them, and knowing that that's not possible anymore, it takes a toll on you. So I was very depressed, very, very, very depressed when I lost my mother, and I almost became suicidal. And that's not a topic a lot of my people like to talk about, because they feel as though only one kind of people usually are considered the main people who commit suicide a lot. But that's not true. Let you go through hard enough situations in your life and be going through a depression deep enough, or anxiety deep enough, or any mental issue deep enough where you feel absolutely hopeless, with no way to turn, or no way to go, or nobody, you feel as though nobody is on your side or there for you, like the person you missing. It can take you, if you let it, okay? It'll take you right on out to where you don't want to be. So I just wanted to let somebody know out there that if you are going through something and you feel as though you're in a dark place and you're hopeless and you really don't know what direction your life going in, and you don't have nobody to talk to, or you feel as you have people around you, but sometimes you feel as though them are not the people you can really trust, really open up around. You need to find somebody. When you are in a dark place in your life, what the enemy wants to do is get you isolated and by yourself. If the enemy can get you by yourself, then he can have his way with you, okay? And what I'm saying is, he can keep you in that dark place of loneliness and like desperateness of you are seeking something, wanting something, and it feel like you'll never get to it, you'll never reach it, it'll never be accomplished. Even though you may go through the motions of the day, you might get up, you might get dressed, you might go to work, you do what you have to do, but there's no joy in it, there's no happiness in it, you just going with the motions. Or if the depression gets bad enough, you don't leave your house, you stay in, you don't want no phone calls, you don't want to be bothered, you want to stay in the dark, you want to lay in the bed, you don't want to get up. Sometimes you might not want to brush your teeth, you might not want to clean your ass, okay? It can get that bad for some people, but there is hope. There is always hope for you. There is hope for you, and I just plead with anybody out there that is going through a hard time to please don't give up. I'm here today because God gave me the strength to be able to open my eyes and see that he had greater for me, he had better for me. The love that I was missing out on, that I thought I was going to miss out on because the people I love the most wasn't here, he provided a vessel to love me through. Do you hear me, neighbor? God got you. The joy of the Lord is your strength. So number one rule, when you are you have anxiety, you're worried, you're anxious, you need an answer, you don't know who to go to, who to talk to, where to turn to God, okay? This is time for you to work on your prayer life, and you need to say, God, I hear these people talking about you all the time. If you real, show yourself to me. Show yourself to me. I need to know that you are real, because I'm going through right now. and I'm on the brink, I'm on the edge, I'm teeter-tottering back and forth, and I'm falling. Will you help me? And he say, everybody that cries out to him, he hears you and he answers you, and he comes to your rescue. He comes to your rescue, and he puts up a wall, okay? He puts up a wall, a hedge, a cover, a protection around you, and he'll lift up a standard against the enemy that's coming against you in your life. He will, because I know that God is not no respecter of a person, and if he have done something for me, he'll do it for somebody else. Now, will he do it in the exact same way? No. But however he do it, it'll be right for you in that time, in that season in your life. But God has blessed me so much to be able to get through all the trials and tribulations in my life, because I feel as though that the battle was never mine. It was God's, but it felt like mine. So when I felt like it was mine, it was overpowering to me. It was heavy. The stress was heavy. The worry was heavy. And it was just so overwhelming. I just wanted to give up at times. And yeah, you can be brave. You can be courageous. But when you doing things in your power, your own willpower, it's not going to last. That's why you need a master. You need somebody over you that has you in the palm of their hand, that will help you continue to move on in power. And I was just thinking, I said, what can I share with my neighbors that will most benefit them, so they can understand that the things I talk about are the things I do. It might not be the most popular thing. It might not be what everybody else is doing, because I am in this world, but I'm not of this world. And that's spiritual talk. But all that is saying is that, yes, I can fit in. I could be like everybody else. I could do what everybody else is doing, but I'm going to lose me. I'm going to lose my uniqueness. I'm going to lose why God created me for, if I continue to follow the trends and what culture is doing all of the time. I need to do me, because I don't want to lose me doing other people or doing what everybody else is doing. When you find the beauty in the uniqueness of yourself and who God created you to be, you cool with not being like everybody else. You cool with not fitting in, because you come to see that you are an individual, and you have your own right to do you. You have your own power. You have your own worth. And you have a different walk. You have a different talk, because you have self-confidence in who you are and what you do. And when you have a lot of people following others that is lost themselves, all you have is a bunch of lost people going in the same old circles. But you don't find the happiness to be on the same level as your happiness. So I showed at the beginning of this video, I let y'all see me at the beach and at the water. And I brought y'all here because when you are in that deep, dark place, to get out of that place, I beg of you, get out of that place as soon as possible. Once you feel yourself going down, once you find yourself thinking negative, having a lot of negative thoughts, dark thoughts, fighting with your family members, fighting with your loved ones, fighting against yourself and against others all the time, that is a sign that something is going on, and you need to check it. You need to get in front of it and nip it in the bud. Like, you need to take control of your emotions and your thoughts. Just because you think something, that don't always mean that's you thinking that. Thoughts can be planted in your head by the enemy. So, for example, there be times where you're not doing something, and all of a sudden you might get a thought to your head, I am so tired. I am so tired today. and you be like, dang, I'm tired. You let it come out your mouth. But that don't even be your thoughts sometimes, because if you just woke up in the morning and you just went to sleep, you just woke up from being asleep all night and you had a nice, restful, peaceful sleep, and you up getting ready to be productive and doing stuff, why are you tired? You're not tired. It's the enemy coming to try to drain you from the energy and the joy that God has blessed you with to have a productive and wonderful day. You have to know that just because you think something don't necessarily mean that's your thought. So you have to be aware of your thoughts, and when you have thoughts that place itself above God or against the principles and the things of God, you need to know that you have the authority and the power to cast those thoughts down, which means to cast them out of your mind and say, no, I will not think like this in the name of Jesus. I will think how I know I'm supposed to think. I'm supposed to have the mind of Christ, and that's if you are a child of God and you're a Christian. If you're not that, then I beg of you to go on your own journey. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I just know what's good for me, Miss C. But whatever might be good for you, I pray that you work out them steps and you find you a personal secret place, a place where you can go, where you feel calm, collected, relaxed, you feel free. Get out in nature. If it's like a little trail by your house where you can walk, or a little park where you could play like a little kid if you grown, okay, sometimes you gotta do what's right for you. My secret place, the place I come to, is the beach. I come because I love the waves of the water. I love water, period. I love the waves, I love the birds, I love nature. Well, nature kind of be like trees and grass and the forest and stuff. I ain't finna be walking around no forest. It's got it got too many animals in the forest. But I'm cool at the beach, okay? I'm cool with the beautiful sky, the clouds, the water, and stuff like that. But I'm saying that to say this: go to a place where you can clear your mind from all the voices, all the thoughts, whatever that might be hindering you or stopping you from being the best person you know you can be. And if you are in a dark place, I need you to find somebody that you trust